Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I hope you are all doing very well today. My goodness, Criterion, you have done it again. So, the Criterion Collection very recently announced its planned release slate for the month of August 2019. And oh boy, we have quite a selection here. The films are listed, or they appear on the Criterion Collection website. And so what I'd like to do is I'd like to just go over them one title at a time and just let you know what I think about them, if you don't mind. So let's start with this one right here, which is An Angel at My Table. Now, I'm going to try to, again, do my best with the with this computer here, but please, I apologize for the poor image quality. Your best bet, of course, is probably to check out the Criterion Collection website and look at the cover art and all that directly. So I urge you to do that, and I apologize for the poor quality of this image and video, so please forgive me. But let's start with this one. So this is going to be scheduled to arrive be released August 6, 2019. This is spine number 301, which means that it is also a DVD. The DVD is right here. So as you can see, there is similarity in cover art, although we can see immediately that the logo on the current DVD is the line logo, whereas the Blu-ray upgrade will have the C in the corner logo, and so that's different. And also note that the website seems to have a slightly brighter blue than this current DVD, but who knows what'll happen, so it'll be interesting to see them side by side. But in any event, it looks like the cover art is the same, more or less, so there is that. Now let's look, if we look further, we can see that the this is this is a film by Jane Campion, and this is from 1990. So this is, I think, a very a great film, and I hope that more people watch this film, and perhaps this upgrade might mean that more people might be interested in purchasing it, which I think is a great thing. The special features that are listed on the Criterion Collection website for spine number 301, An Angel at My Table, appear to be the same as the current DVD. In other words, there is the, it's called the New High Definition Digital Transfer, supervised by Director of Photography Stuart Dryburgh, and approved by director Jane Campion. This appears to be the same description that is indicated on the back of this DVD, by the way. And there's also, but it says here, 5.1 surround DTS HD master audio soundtrack on the Blu-ray. So there is something different, whereas the DVD is new Dolby Digital 5.1 soundtrack. Then there is an audio commentary featuring Campion, Dryburgh, and actor Kerry Fox, and that also appears on the DVD. Then there's also a short documentary from 2002 about the making of the film, which also, let's see, yes, that appears on this DVD as well, although the DVD describes it as being a 10-minute documentary about the making of An Angel at My Table. And then there is 6 deleted scenes, which also appears on the DVD. Then there's an audio interview with author Janet Frame from 1983, and this also appears on the DVD, plus trailer, plus stills gallery. and plus an essay by film critic Amy Taubin and excerpts from Frame's autobiography on which Campion based her film. And it looks like the new Blu-ray will be the same as the booklet that we had with the DVD. So the DVD had a very thick, nice booklet, as we see here, and so it looks like it's going to be the same contents ported over from the DVD to this new Blu-ray, which is very welcome news. Again, it's wonderful to have focus on this film, and in particular this filmmaker Jane Campion, and so I'm very pleased with this. An Angel at My Table. This is spine number 301, scheduled to be released August 6th, 2019. Next, scheduled for release on August 13th, 2019. This is going to be a new release, so this is scheduled to be spine number 988. This is a film that's directed by Lucille Cara from the United States. This is called The Inland Sea. The Inland Sea. This is from 1991. Although I have a question about that. I'm not sure if it's 1991 or 1992. That's something that I need to verify, and I'll get to that in a minute. But this is a very interesting decision for a release by the Criterion Collection. This, I understand, is quite an obscure film. It's a film that is based on the writings of Donald Ritchie, and in fact it features Donald Ritchie as the narrator. And it's basically a work about his observations of Japan, modern Japan, at least in the early 1990s. And so this is I've seen this film, and it's a short film. It's less than an hour. It's quite an interesting film because Donald Ritchie has, I think, quite a keen insight into Japanese society, which I think he communicates very well. And the focus is on his observations and his insights. And so I think this is potentially a very interesting film. The other reason why I think it's very interesting is because this film actually appeared as a Voyager company Laserdisc. And this is the Laserdisc of The Inland Sea that appeared many, many years ago. It is a very, very interesting film. And so I had the great pleasure of owning this and being able to see this work. And I can say that it's quite it's how should I put it? I would recommend you watch this if you can. Very interesting indeed. Now, there are some issues with this release, or there are some questions that I have that hopefully when the release occurs, I'll be able to verify directly. But before we get to that, let me just say that the older Laserdisc did not have any special features. It had a short essay on the back by Michael Sragow, but that's pretty much it. And so the new Blu-ray is like so. So it's new restored 4K digital transfer, supervised by cinematographer Hiro Narita, with uncompressed stereo soundtrack on the Blu-ray. Very interesting. Plus new interview with director Lucille Cara. Plus new conversation between Paul Schrader and cultural critic Ian Buruma on author Donald Ritchie. Wow. Interview with Ritchie from 1991. And let's see, new English subtitle translation, plus an essay by author Arturo Silva. Okay, so it looks like there are new features that don't appear on this older Laserdisc. However, the older Laserdisc does have the essay on the back by Michael Sragow, and it looks like that essay will not be carried over into this new release because we have an essay by Arturo Silva. Although, who knows? That might change, but we have to see what the Blu-ray actually has when we actually can see it and examine it when it's finally released. The artwork is credited as being by Tatsuro Kiyuchi. Very interesting. I'm quite intrigued by this artwork. Again, please take a look at the Criterion Collection website directly and take a look. You can probably get a better look at the artwork rather than through this video, so I apologize for that. There is a really nice blue motif going on here, and yes, this is very much in keeping with the theme of the work, which is essentially about the examination of Japan via its coastal communities. And Donald Ritchie seems to be positing this notion of trying to get at the essence of what he thinks is the core elements of what he perceives to be modern Japanese society. I should say, however, just a couple things. So this is 56 minutes, and the website indicates the release as being 1991, whereas the Laserdisc indicates the release as being, or the film being 1992, copyright 1992, and the Laserdisc having been released in 1993. So there's a little bit of an issue here. I'm not quite sure what the correct year is. Is it 1991 as it appears on the website, or is it 1992 as it appears on the back of this Laserdisc? Who knows? It's not clear to me. I admit that I'm not familiar enough with the year of production and the year of release of this particular work, so I can't say for sure right now. However, if you have any information about that, please let me know. It is, of course, possible that the Laserdisc might have had printed it in error. There have been errors in the past, so that could be an error. But again, that's an issue that I would like to resolve. Is the film 1991, or is the film 1992? That is a very interesting question. Also to keep in mind is that this is 56 minutes, and it's relatively short, considering the length of the films that are in the Criterion Collection. However, it is being offered at the price of, $31.96 for the Blu-ray, or $23.96 for the DVD. So I'm not sure if that is worth it to you, or perhaps you might think it's a little bit too expensive considering the length of the running time of the film. It's really up to you and how you want to deal with that. I'm not sure if this is available on the Criterion channel. It doesn't appear to be according to the website, but maybe that might be an option or a possibility if it ever were to become available on the Criterion channel. You might want to take a look at it first and then see if it strikes your fancy, and if it does, you might consider getting the Blu-ray or the DVD. But that's just something to consider. Of course, if it doesn't concern you, or if it doesn't bother you that you have a short running time, but you have the price of the Blu-ray or the DVD being such, then of course, by all means, please purchase it. I certainly will, so I'm looking forward to it very much. Also, I should say that this is a Voyager company Laserdisc, so in essence, this release is a Laserdisc upgrade, in a manner of speaking. This is, for my money, the most exciting aspect of this, or one of the most exciting aspects of this August release announcement, because it seems to suggest to me that Criterion is very serious about upgrading its Laserdisc catalog to the extent possible. Not only, however, is it interested in upgrading its spine-numbered Laserdisc catalog, but also it seems to be interested, at least in part perhaps, to want to upgrade its Voyager company Laserdisc catalog. And so if that's the case, my goodness, the sky's the limit, because the Voyager company Laserdisc catalog is very interesting indeed. I have the bottom shelf here that is for my Voyager company Laserdiscs. There are so many interesting Laserdiscs within that grouping. So Criterion, I hope this is the beginning of some kind of trend vis-a-vis the Voyager company Laserdisc. So I will keep my fingers crossed. In the meantime, my friends, the Inland Sea, this is scheduled to be released August 13th, 2019, spine number 988. Next, This is scheduled for release August 20th, 2019. This is spine number 457, so this is also a DVD upgrade, or an upgrade from a DVD to a new Blu-ray release. From 1954, this is Magnificent Obsession. Douglas Sirk, a really, really great film. If you haven't seen it, please see it. This is really great. One of Douglas Sirk's best. And oh my goodness, I want to watch it right now, in fact. But here is the DVD of it, and so you can see that there is a similarity, an almost identical quality in terms of the cover art. So even down to the wacky C. And again, it looks, based on the website depiction of the cover art, it looks a little bit brighter than how it actually appears in the DVD. But who knows? We'll have to check out the actual look of it when that happens. Oh, excuse me, I should turn this off. Okay, so there you go. Then we have, again, this is spine number 457, and the special features appear to be the same. I should point out that this DVD is a 2-disc DVD, and the Blu-ray also appears to be 2 discs. So this is very interesting. Let's see what the special features say. So here we have a high-definition digital restoration with uncompressed monaural soundtrack for the Blu-ray. And according to the DVD, it was restored high-definition digital transfer. So that's interesting. It sounds like it's probably the same transfer, but we shall see. Next is audio commentary from 2008 featuring film scholar Thomas Doherty, and that also appears on the DVD. Next we have Magnificent Obsession, John M. Stahl's 1935 adaptation of the same novel, newly restored. And that appears, yes, on disc 2 of this DVD. So it's 102 minutes, excuse me. Next is from Ufa to Hollywood, Douglas Sirk Remembers, a documentary by German filmmaker Eckhard Schmidt. So that also appears on the DVD as well. So that's very interesting. And then you have interviews from 2008 with filmmakers Alison Anders and Catherine Bigelow, in which they pay tribute to Sirk. You have that right here as well. Yes. It's on disc 1 of this DVD release. And then you have a theatrical trailer, plus you have an essay by critic Jeffrey O'Brien, and the essay also appears here. So this is very interesting. Although I'm intrigued because the DVD is 2 discs, but the Blu-ray is also 2 discs. So that's very interesting. I'm not sure why the Blu-ray would require 2 discs, although perhaps because of the length of the film, the 1935 version, Magnificent Obsession, perhaps that still requires that there needs to be a second Blu-ray as well. So anyway, that's a very interesting point. But in any event, yes, this looks like it's going to be a very interesting or great Blu-ray release. Spine number 457, Magnificent Obsession. Next, scheduled to be released August 27th, 2019. Spine number, well, it indicates here spine number 991 for the box set, I think, but we should get to that in a moment. But this is Abbas Kiarostami's The Coker Trilogy. Now, this appears to be the 3 films by Kiarostami, which are Where is the Friend's House from 1987, and Life Goes On, 1992, and Through the Olive Trees, 1994. So this is momentous. This is monumental. This is really, really big. This could potentially be, depending on how good the actual release is, of course, but this could potentially be the best release of this year. Because of the strength of the films alone. This is a long time coming. These films have, of course, been available, but they haven't been available in the best quality. I remember I saw these films for the first time when I was in college on these VHS tapes, and they weren't the best quality, but it was better than nothing, and I still get chills every time I recall these films. There is something just so so fundamental and so moving about each of these films. It's striking to me, and the way that Kiarostami is a master of the medium of cinema. It's truly remarkable. And so to have this release, these 3 films be released in this manner, is just, I cannot wait for this. I cannot wait for this. So just very quickly, let me just be clear here. So the first film, Where is the Friend's House, is indicated on the website as being Spine 990. Then the second film, As Life Goes On, is indicated as being Spine 991. Then Through the Olive Trees is indicated as being spine number 992. But the box set is indicated as being spine number 991. So that doesn't quite make sense to me. I think the box itself maybe is supposed to have, I'm not sure what the spine numbering is supposed to be. It's a little bit confusing for me, but it looks like the Inland Sea is 988. So perhaps the Coker Trilogy box itself is supposed to be 989, and then Where's the Friend's House is supposed to be 990, and then And Life Goes On is supposed to be 991, and then Through the Olive Trees is supposed to be 992. I'm not sure. That's probably what's going on, but we'll have to just check with Criterion. Maybe they'll correct the issue, or maybe they'll make a separate announcement about that accordingly, but we shall see. But regardless of those issues with respect to the spine numbering of the Criterion Collection release, this is still this is my most anticipated release of this month here. The cover design by Eric Skillman is just amazing. Simple, yet stunning. And I can't wait to take a look at this. So let's just look very quickly. That's the box, and then if we click on Where's the Friend's Home, we can see Where's the Friend's Home right here. Or Where's the Friend's House, excuse me. Where's the Friend's House? And then let's go back, and then let's check the next fork, which is And Life Goes On, which is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And then if we go back, let's go back and check out, excuse me here. The third film, which is Through the Olive Trees. Again, absolutely amazing. New covers by Eric Skillman. Well done. Can't wait to see these in person. But going to the special features for a moment, we have new 2K digital restorations of all 3 films with uncompressed monaural soundtracks on the Blu-rays. New audio commentary on And Life Goes On, featuring Mernaz Said Wafa and Jonathan Rosenbaum, co-authors of Abbas Kiarostami. Very great. Looks like I'm not sure, this audio commentary is only for And Life Goes On. There doesn't seem to be a commentary track for the other 2 films, at least according to Criterion here, but we shall see. Next we have Abbas Kiarostami, Truth and Dreams, a 1994 documentary, which have I seen this? I'm not sure. I might have seen it, but I must admit the title doesn't, I'm not familiar with this title, but we shall see. Next is new interview with Abbas Kiarostami's son, Ahmad Kiarostami. Next is new conversation between Iranian film scholar Jamshid Akrami and film critic Godfrey Cheshire. That's really nice, because that is also a feature that appears on the release of 24 Frames, which is also filmed by Abbas Kiarostami. Then there's a conversation from 2015 between Kiarostami and film festival programmer Peter Scarlett. Then there are new English subtitle translations and more, M-O-R-E exclamation point. So who knows, maybe there is potential for other commentary tracks or other supplements, I'm not sure, but that more is very intriguing. Fingers crossed for a lot more. plus an essay by critic Godfrey Cheshire, who appears in the Conversation supplement with Jamshid Akrami. So, the Coker Trilogy, these 3 films, again, I cannot emphasize enough just how over the moon I am about this. These films were rumored for quite a while, and so I think people in the Criterion Collection community, the fan community, were really expecting this for a long time, but it just never came. And to have these films now almost upon us is just filling me with so much excitement. I cannot, I'm so excited right now. And these films are, if you haven't seen them yet, please give them a chance, because they are, I think, true gems in cinema, period. They are challenging and they are unexpected in a myriad ways, and they will make one think in ways that might be uncomfortable, might be a bit too much, but they're always truth. There's always truth in them, and there's always a certain connection of truth with a core of something that we might call, for lack of a better phrase, humanity. So, my goodness, the Coker Trilogy to appear on these Blu-rays released by the Criterion Collection, it is like a dream come true. The Coker Trilogy, Abbas Kiarostami. Next, this is spine number 989. So, regarding my earlier comments about the Coker Trilogy spine numbering, I am even more confused now. So, if Flavor of Green Tea Over Rice is scheduled to be spine 989, then perhaps the Coker Trilogy box is supposed to be 990, and then Where is the Friend's House 991, and Life Goes On 992, and then Through the Olive Tree is 993, I'm not sure. Or maybe the Coker Trilogy box is not going to be numbered, I'm not sure. But in any event, I'm quite confused with the spine numbering. So, but regardless of the Coker Trilogy spine numbering issue, let's focus now on the Flavor of Green Tea Over Rice, which is, according to the website, spine number 989, scheduled to be released August 27, 2019. This is 1952. This is by a filmmaker whose name is Yasujiro Ozu. This is such a great film. This is such a great film. I'm so happy about this. I actually have this on a Japanese Blu-ray, which is right here. It's a really lovely Blu-ray, and this Blu-ray is also very good because it actually has English subtitles as well. And so I think had Criterion not made this announcement, I would have very easily recommended this Blu-ray to those of you who are interested in watching Ozu films. But as things may have it, the Criterion Collection has decided to do us the favor and release it. Now take a look, first of all, at that cover. Isn't that cover just something else? My goodness, really, really nice cover design by Catherine Lamb. So, oh yes, this is really great. And this is 160 minutes, again from 1952, 1.37 to 1 aspect ratio. It's Japanese by Yasujiro Ozu. New 4K digital restoration with uncompressed monaural soundtrack on the Blu-ray. Now, I am not sure what the new 4K digital restoration means. I know that, yes, the Ozu films did see new digital restorations here in Japan, so I'm not sure if it could be the same. Then there is the extra feature, 1937 film called What Did the Lady Forget, directed by Yasujiro Ozu. Yes, this is very, very good. I'm very happy this is being included. Next, there's a new interview with film scholar David Bordwell. Great. I'm a great admirer of David Bordwell, so this is going to be great indeed. Then there is a documentary about the relationship between Ozu and Kogo Noda, called Ozu and Noda Tateshina Diaries. really, well, this is really intriguing. So this is new documentary, so I'm looking forward to seeing this because, of course, when you're talking about Ozu and Noda, this relationship is actually quite key, and so this is going to be a very interesting watch as a documentary feature. So I'm looking forward to this very much. Next, there is a new English subtitle translation, plus an essay by scholar Junji Yoshida. And I think actually it's now available on the Criterion channel as we speak. And so if you want, you can go to the Criterion channel and watch it right now, because it is really good. This is really good. If you like Ozu, you're going to love this film. And if you are new to Ozu, I think I can still safely say you're going to love this film. So this is so exciting for me. I'm so happy about this. The more Ozu, the better, in my opinion. The more Ozu in the Criterion collection, the happier I will be. So to have The Flavor of Green Tea Over Rice, and also What Did the Lady Forget? That is very good news indeed. So yes, I'm very happy about this. I suppose what I could say is that in terms of Ozu's filmography, The Flavor of Green Tea Over Rice, I think it's probably it probably doesn't get enough attention like, say, Tokyo Story or Late Spring, but hopefully that'll change with this Blu-ray, because I think there is such a real strength in this film, so much so that I'm looking forward to the conversations that hopefully will be had within the community once this film is released and people are talking about it. Or perhaps it'll start right now, because, as I say, it's available on the Criterion channel. So you can watch it right now if you want. And if you are able to and you have the time, I would strongly recommend that you do. And I would love to hear your thoughts and comments about this great film, The Flavor of Green Tea Over Rice, by Yasujiro Ozu. So there you have it, my friends. This is August 2019, the planned releases for that month for the Criterion Collection. And in many ways, my mind is just blown. It is blown. I am just stunned. When I saw this announcement earlier this morning, Japan time, I was stunned. And I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. Of course, I'm very happy about the upgrades, Magnificent Obsession and An Angel at My Table, of course. But the attention, my attention is drawn to the three new releases. Flavor of Green Tea Over Rice, which is a great Ozu film in my opinion, and I can't wait to talk about that film and other Ozu films. But yeah, that's great. Then there's also The Inland Sea, which is just blowing my mind because it is so unexpected, and yet it is possibly an indication of hopefully more Laserdisc upgrades and more Voyager company Laserdisc upgrades, which would be fantastic, absolutely fantastic. But not only that, of course, The Inland Sea is a really good film, and so that is really great. And then last, but certainly not least, the Coker Trilogy. The Coker Trilogy, the Coker Trilogy, the Coker Trilogy. Oh my goodness. I think that when I pre-order these, and when that Coker Trilogy set arrives at my home, I think I can just forget about sleeping that night. I think I'm just going to be just up and watching it. I should say that many of Kiarostami's films recently saw some really nice Blu-ray releases here in Japan, but I was just holding out for a possible Criterion release. I didn't know when it was going to come, but now that we have the Coker Trilogy, I am just so happy. And as I say, when it arrives at my doorstep, I'm not going to get any sleep that night. I think I'm just going to just fall in love with these films all over again, and just really I'm at a loss for words. It's just amazing. I'm so happy right now. Yes, I am very happy right now. So thank you. Thank you so much, Criterion. Thank you so much. But please help me out with those spine numbers, will you? Because I really want to know what's the deal with spine number 991. But in any event, regardless of those little minor things that I think will be remedied over time, the overall big picture is, of course, a great month for Criterion in August 2019. So, my friends, what do you think? What do you think of this set of releases? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you impressed? Are you not impressed? Please let me know. Even if you're not impressed, I'm perfectly fine with reading those comments. Your opinion is so valid and so important to me that I would love to hear what you have to think. Okay, my friends, let me just end it right there and just say thank you very much for watching. And until we meet again, please be happy and healthy and well. And please keep on watching a lot of great, great movies. My goodness, it is such a great time to be a Criterion Collection fan. Oh, my goodness. I am so happy right now. Okay, my friends, talk to you soon, and cheers.